Hey guys, Grumpy here with another episode of Save Our Ships, a series where I take on your challenging or difficult battles. Um, if you want to see me take on your fights, then go ahead and drop your save files in the Discord. So in the description and in the comments, there'll be instructions on how to do that. So go ahead and drop it there. I also have another series called WTF, which I'm promoting, where I go over like your colonies, your fleet composition, your builds, and then I just give critiques and comments on what I would change to try to like improve it and optimize it. So if you also want that kind of advice, go ahead and drop it in the Discord as well. But getting into today's episode, I've decided moving forward, I'm gonna dedicate a maximum of 2 episodes to a battle. So if I can't beat it within 2 episodes, then I'll just deem it, you know, impossible. I may revisit it in the future, but or I'll revisit it later and then I'll post the video kind of unlinked on the channel. I just don't want to flood, the series with the same battles over and over again. So I'm gonna dedicate a maximum of 2 videos to it. So for this battle, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attempt it one more time as is with the fleet. So give it 3 tries, and then I'm gonna go to Tartus. If I pull up the map here, I'm gonna go over to Tartessus? Tartessus? Sus. I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna refit the fleet, and then I'm gonna try the battle with the fleet, just a little more optimized. I'm not gonna buy any new ships, I'm not gonna buy any new equipment, just change what's available um, to me so that we can take on this fight. So with that being said, we're gonna give it another try. I'm gonna attempt this with a few more like one of the strategies that I really liked was having the enforcer follow me. So I'm gonna try that again. But this time just be a little more cognizant of what's around me. Um, in the last episode I rewatched the footage and it was pointed out to me by I believe a commenter Zed. Um, that showed me getting blown up by a Terminator drone. Yeah, everything in this challenge is very difficult. Everything in this battle is very difficult because pretty much everything can one-shot you. Alright, so we're gonna move into engage. We're gonna transfer from the monitor. Actually, if we don't deploy either brawler, no. I was thinking we could save the brawlers. I control the battlefield from the monitor. But the problem is we don't have like enough DPS to make that work, right? Because the bulk of our fleet is frigates. But yeah, if we had more cruisers, then you could pilot the fleet from the monitor and control the battlefield that way. But because we're majority frigates, then I think it's best for me to just continue in the brawler and direct the monitor. All right, but anyway, let's go and get into it. It's going to be deploy all, reserve one of the brawlers, deploy the condor. I'm going to put the omens in group 2. Have them follow me. I'm going to put the tempest as well as the lasher and the sunder into group 4. I'm going to put the cruisers into group 5. Actually, the enforcer needs to be in group 2 as well because I want it to follow me. So when I press the 2 key and then I right click myself, that means escort me. So whenever I hit the 2 key, I want to make sure that all the ships that I need are following me. That means the condor doesn't really have a home. I guess we'll group it with the cruisers. It's about as slow as a cruiser. Yep. So 2 is personal escort. I guess 3 can be the monitor. 3 can be the monitor. 4 is for fast, like CQC ships, and then 5 can be the slower cruisers. So I'm gonna send group 4 to go after the nav buoy. I'm gonna send group 5 to go after the sensor jammer. And I'm also going to send the monitor to go all the way far forward. And then group 2 can escort me. I'm gonna peel off one Tempest and have it just make a pit stop at the comm relay, so this is fast enough. And then we'll rally the fleet around, probably halfway in between these two. Uh, of these two, though, I'd probably rather hold on to the nav buoy, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, I'm gonna move up to the nav buoy, and well, actually, all my cruisers are going over here, huh? Alright, I guess we're holding on to the sensor jammer. That's fine. Alright, we'll just see how this goes. The problem is the fight needs to take place near the cruisers because they're very slow and they're not they're hard to reposition once the battle starts. So it is what it is. But we'll just see how this goes. We can cancel these orders. Now let's see what the enemy has in store for us. So we have a Centurion here. Okay, go ahead and back off. Alright, so this is kind of the way the forces are arrayed. We're going to tell the monitor to just push straight in. We're going to cancel this order and just have everybody come back to the sensor jammer. I'd much rather have top speed though. But just as far as like positioning goes, it's better just to have everyone kind of together like this. Hmm. I am going to switch off and move to the left. See if we can't take out these drovers. And I'll just let my fleet kind of hang out right here. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna cancel this order, and I'm gonna start setting some engage orders up and see if my fleet can't handle that. I'm gonna go left and see if I can pick off some of these ships. This is a little bit dubious. Alright. Also, let's see if we can go save this champion before it gets overwhelmed. Can we ignore everything around us and just focus on the drover? I don't think we can. Oh my. We gotta go rescue the enforcer. Alright. Okay, this is just bad management. We'll set another engage order on this. I don't know how my enforcer fell so far behind. I'm trying to think. The Enforcer has a lot of sabos on it, and the Champion has a Squall on it. I'm wondering if that's enough to overload the Odyssey, and I would have enough damage to kill it. That's very tight though. That's so tight. I don't know if we could do that. Hmm. I could I could set harass orders with my omens on these ships and just keep them busy. While I know I can definitely kill the Heron like instantly. I can probably kill the Odyssey. Hmm. All right. Okay. All right. Well, we'll try this. We'll set up a bunch of harass commands. And we'll cancel the escort order on us. We'll let the AI figure out which of these frigates they're gonna use for this harass order. We're gonna abandon this, go kill the Heron since it's kind of by itself, and then see if we can pop the Odyssey. All this just to rescue the Enforcer. Alright. Okay. Alright. Well, let's give it a go. I think we can pass safely through this. The only thing that might give us trouble is the Manticore because it has a Needler on the front of it, and we'll definitely be within range if we go to engage the Heron. But I think as long as we stay on like the front side of the Heron, we should be fine. And I can't tell if the Medusa is phase teleporting backwards or forwards. I hope it's backwards. Alright. We need to move out of range of this Needler, so we need to go back to the right and then up. Or I guess we can move diagonally right and then up. Um, these are all just grab beams and Needlers. We have front armor. I think we can tank it. Yeah. We'll just tank the grab beams and the Needler so that we can go fresh into the fight against the Heron with no flux. We are going to need our shields up though when we pass the drones. Okay. Okay. That changes a lot of things. Now the Heron's in the middle. We can't kill it anymore. And everything's looking at me. Hmm. No, trying to kill the Heron right now wouldn't be possible. Alright. We'll body block for the Enforcer and see if we can rescue it. Yeah. Yeah. We'll go body block for the Enforcer, see if we can rescue it, and then see what happens to the rest of the fleet. I really want to save the Sabos that the Enforcer has. Okay, and we're flamed out. Yeah, well. Rip to that idea. Oh, we're flamed out again. Yeah, we're probably not gonna make it. Yeah, okay. Can I please have a little stabilization? Thank you. Thank you. Jeez. Alright. Well, we lost the enforcer, which was going to be a big part of my strategy. We well we've somehow surrounded the enemy, which is really good. We just need to capitalize on that. Alright, let's see if we can kill this drover. Alright. Yeah, I see you, Sunder. I'm gonna have the champion kill this enforcer. Or kill this manticore. Yes. This is actually perfect. Oh, we just lost a bunch of ships. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna kill this heron. The onslaught's on the way. I'm gonna kill this heron down here. We have like no one available to kill this eagle. Anyway, I'm gonna kill this heron. I'm gonna put an engage order on this. Let's see if they can kill that heron. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get lucky and see if I can catch the enforcer while it's looking, or the eagle while it's looking the other way, and blow up its ports, like its vents. The monitor would serve better going after the conquest. Yeah. And again, we're just hoping that the fleet survives until I can get to it. Alright, I'm gonna try to kill this centurion. Perfect. Alright. It's worth tanking some of that, oh boy. It's worth tanking those beams, even on very low hull, just to make sure that we can kill that centurion. You're dead, huh? Well, you're going to be dead. My drover's actually almost dealt with. Alright. We're gonna have to break. We're gonna have to break, pull back a little bit, and hope that the Tempest can keep its shields up. And then we'll go in once we have a little less flux. If that high intensity laser touches us, we're pretty much dead. I saw out of the corner of my eye that we lost a griffin. Hmm. Maybe. I don't know. Let's kill this eagle, this thunder. Hey, that'll free up a couple of our frigates. Let's go ahead. Put a harass command on these two. That'll free up a couple of our frigates so that they can harass some of these destroyers and hopefully keep them busy, keep the enemy fleet fragmented. Okay. I'd rather not die to Is there an omen I can borrow? Yeah. I'd really rather not die to to some fighters here. Alright. Change this to eliminate order. And let's see if we can get this done. There we go. And I don't need the champion to kill the eagle. I just need. Well, in this case, it did get behind. It was able to flux the eagle, but I just really wanted to get behind it. Oh, that was a mistake. That's fine. The brawler that we were in was on death's door anyway. So let's go ahead and just upgrade this to eliminate order. Send everyone over here after it. Actually, we'll send everyone after that, and we'll use the 2 Tempests to go deal with that. Alright, I'm gonna transfer command over, and we'll carry on. Yeah. Hopefully those 2 Tempests can kill the Sunder. I'm pretty sure they can. If not, I'm definitely here to help. Okay. Jeez. Alright. Oh, wow. Okay, let's cancel this order. Let's cancel this order. Okay. We'll get the omen to follow me. Yeah, everything else is fine. We'll go kill the Fury, the Griffin, and then the Heron. Hopefully the champion can survive for just a little bit longer. And I can use the champion the same way we did the Eagle. I can use the champion to distract the Conquest and fight it on its unflanked side. I really wish the monitor wasn't down here. I wish the monitor was up near the Conquest. But it is what it is. Alright, let's see if we can go save the champion. We'll ignore the Fury for now. We'll go kill the Heron first. Those are sabos, huh? Yeah, those are sabopods. Alright. It's okay, it's okay. Good, the monitor got there, which is phenomenal. Uh, we, on the other hand, have to deal with a Fury, which is okay. We can pivot off and kill the Fury. Damn, I really wish we could get somebody on that Griffin. Let's change this to an engage order. Let's see if you can get on that. Alright. That's fine. If we can get a little bit of space from this Fury, like even if I could just hide out behind this debris for a little bit. Oh, that's nowhere near enough Sabos. I thought I had my shield up. Alright, well, we tried. Yeah, I thought I had my shield up. Alright. Man, that's a rough way to lose the fight. Okay. If we could have killed the Fury, then we might have been able to kill the Griffin, and then we could have worked on the Conquest. I'm not sure how we would have killed the Onslaught at the very end, but man, that is rough. I mean, mistakes happen. Oh. Part like trying to narrate and pause the battle and go through my thoughts at the same time. Mistakes are bound to happen, but it is what it is. I will keep working on that fight and I'll post it unlinked, um, in the as the comment, so it won't flood the playlist. But I will still keep working on that. All right, but anyway, we're gonna try this now with the modified fleet and see how that works out. Alright. Wow, okay. They're a lot closer than I thought they would be. Alright, let's go ahead and refit the fleet. So, some things that I want to do for sure. I'm gonna strip every ship and then just do it from scratch. I think it'd be easier that way. Alright. Okay. Also, while we're here and we're already doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and restore the ships. We might as well go all the way. Alright. That's just me. I prefer my ships with no demods. I'll spread credits on ships because credits are very easy to come by. I won't build in anything though. Okay, so the brawlers are good as they are. No changes needed there. The Lasher is really good as is. Wouldn't really change anything. The Tempest, we need to disable. Yeah, we just want to see what's owned. The Tempest, I'm going to go ahead and build them in their long range support variant. And I'm going to add in, where is it at? Oh, you don't have advanced optics. That's fine. I'm going to add in integrated targeting unit. And essentially they'll just be support. They'll provide ion beam. They'll provide EMP damage at a distance, which is going to be really good for just disabling enemies like weapon systems and broadsides, things like that. We can go ahead and add in that. We will auto fit this. There's only one ion beam, huh? Okay, well. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't really want to use the ion cannon. I guess we can use a phase lance. I don't know. That's dubious. I don't know about that one. But that's fine. Again, we're going to want to use the phase lance. Okay. The omens, they can use ion cannons, EMP, and let's go with harpoons. And then as far as mods go, we're gonna go with probably nav relay, since they don't really need much to support them. And we'll go for hardened shields, and then just maximize their capacity. Actually, you know what? I think Crunch Punch was onto something using a Tropos. Yeah, they don't really need good missiles. Or a lot of missiles, rather. Alright. The monitor was built really nicely with these safety overrides. Stabilized shields. They don't have shield conversion front. It's a little unfortunate. That's fine. We'll just use extended shields to get that nice 360 arc. The rest is going to go into vents. The Enforcer. Alright. Go with Sabos. I really liked having so many Sabos. That was really good. We'll go with Hyper Velocity Driver and Assault Chain Gun. If that's the case, then we don't need a range of 1000. We need... Well, no, I guess that's fine. That's fine. We'll also put flat cannons on it. Safety overrides. Alright. That flux is not looking good. That's a little better. Alright, so assault chain guns, heavy machine guns, this thing is going to be really good for escorting. It has a decent top speed. What's our top speed? Our top speed is like 170. Yeah, it's not going to be able to keep up. We can use it to assist, like pierce something's armor. It probably won't be able to follow us, but it will be able to keep up or follow a cruiser. Yeah, we can point this at the enemy and tell it go blow that thing up. Special abilities, burn, drive, huh? Maybe you need harpoons then. Either way. You need expanded missile racks for sure. I'm not happy with that flux. I wish I could build an expanded missile racks. That's fine. First we'll build the champion. We'll give the champion the tack lance, and we'll give it reapers, hyper velocity driver, and then no burst PD, huh? That's fine. We'll just go with point defense. The reason I want to build the champion first is because it needs better energy weapons than the Sunder does. So hardened shields, integrated targeting unit. think that's it. Then we do vents and caps. You can take squalls. Then on the sides, we'll go for harpoons or sabopods. Probably harpoons. And then at the front, we'll also do more harpoons. You can take the hypervelocity driver. And then we'll put flat cannons, or Vulcan cannons around the sides. Go ECCM package for better targeting on the squall. Then max the caps and vents. Alright, and then we'll go ion pulsar. Expanded magazines. What do I want this to be? Pulse laser? Phase lance? Second ion pulsar? Mining blaster, that's not bad. Okay. Yeah, this is a little strange. I don't know about this one. Definitely safety overrides though. And then if I add needlers to you, if I add railguns to you, how does that work? There. $143 DPS versus the railguns 167. Alright, so we'll go do autocannons. And then that way we can add a little more capacity. That might be alright. See if we can kill an Aurora. These need to be linked. Yeah, that's pretty good. Very flux intensive. Huh. Let's try this again. Okay. Yeah, I don't I don't believe in this Sunder. That's yeah, I don't believe in this Sunder. It kills things very quickly. But man, that flux is intense. Alright. Perhaps light autocannons? I just want something that can apply kinetic pressure after these sabos are expended. I don't have enough ordnance points to add expanded missile racks, and I can't build it in, so we do have to find something that is, like a pseudo solution to our kinetic problems. We may have to forego the mining blaster. That's a lot of damage to give up, though. That can be linked. We can alternate them. I don't know. We'll come back to that. But and then as far as the Eagles go, oh, we could use Flux is 1,000. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll go with safety overrides on our Eagles. Heavy autocannon, assault chain gun. No heavy blaster, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's fine. Oof, just one iron cannon, huh? This is fine. I expected this to happen. Um, the default Eagle has a lot of sabos on it. So now that the enemy sabos are expended, the AI should be more comfortable moving into engage. It should get this kill. Also, I realize this episode is gonna go very long. Yeah, that's perfect. Nice. Alright. Every time. The AI has such propensity to leave a ship on death's door rather than get the kill. Alright. We'll go ahead and see if we can offset that range penalty with integrated targeting unit. And then we'll go ahead and add in the vents and caps. You know what, actually, we'll just go for all vents and caps. That's fine. Same thing, we're gonna build this very similar. Yeah, we'll do something like that. This one can use sabopods, and we'll give it expanded missile racks. The reason being is that it has less kinetic damage. We'll also go safety overrides. Oh, that is not gonna work, huh? Well, double phase lances. Nah, that's not gonna work. Do we run smalls instead? That doesn't seem right. Do we go for an arbalist? Ooh. I don't think I've ever I don't think I've ever used an arbalist. The problem is the accuracy on the arbalist is really bad. But I mean, if we're in close proximity with the enemy, it should be fine. Also, we're not going to be able to support 2 phase lances. I want the sabos linked, of course. Let's see how this goes. So this eagle having safety overrides has much better shielding than the default eagle. So it should win this fight with no problem. Yeah. Okay. We can save a little more OP. Yeah. I don't know about that design. This is fine. That's fine. I don't need to test that. And then as far as fighters go, owned. We can go for probably just daggers and longbows. We can go double dagger, broadsword. Actually, there's a lot of destroyers in the enemy fleet. So yeah, longbows would probably be the best. Longbows and broadswords would probably be the best. If you had claws, I would definitely use claws, but you don't have those. So we're gonna have to just forego that. We're gonna go with pylums and just maximize the range on this. You don't need needlers, you can go with railguns. Alright. Cool. So that's everything fitted. A couple of questionable choices here and there. But I think this will be alright. I'm going to swap the ion pulsar with the ion beam. And I'm going to put the ion pulsar. I'm going to give you the ion pulsar. A couple of questionable choices here and there, but I think this fleet is going to do just fine. Just make sure the sabos are linked. That's all good to go. You have ECCM package, which is really good. What we can do is we can give you nav relay to make our fleet faster. Where are you at? Ooh, nav relay is 20? Nah, I'd much rather just have the capacity events. Okay. We're gonna repair. We're gonna go save. And then we're gonna attempt this fight again. This video is going very long. But yeah, I think this will be a much easier fight. We did all that and we forgot to transfer over to the brawler. Ah well, say la vie. Alright. We're going to deploy all. And then let's give this another shot. Omens, group 2, follow me. All the cruisers, as well as the Condor, group 5. You can escort. Which is the Eagle that's lower on damage? You can escort them. Tempest on group 4. On group 5. You on group 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll also add you to group 4. I forgot about the Enforcer. Okay. And we'll just rally the fleet over here. And we'll just try to hold on to the nav buoy. Alright. So with the changes made, I think we'll fare a little bit better. The ships have a lot more DPS, so when I give them engage orders and eliminate orders, they'll be able to very quickly take down enemy ships. I don't think this fight is so much about survivability as it is about just keeping up with like eliminating targets as they enter the battlefield and just keeping up with that constant wave. I think drawing out the fight, we lose every time. Yep. Nice. Alright. I'm gonna cancel this order since we don't really need that anymore, and I'm gonna go ahead and set an engage order on these two. We'll just do those two for now. I do want to set an engage order on the Drover and the Medusa, but they're just a little too far away. Where's my monitor at? I'm gonna send my monitor into the Great Unknown. And yeah. Right, let's go ahead and keep pushing forward. Fine. Okay, there is the capital ship, so I'm going to tell the monitor to go ahead and engage that. We can cancel this order, we don't need it anymore. Now that we know where the enemy fleet is, we can start setting up these engage orders. And I kind of want to pull my fleet, kind of just keep them in this general area. I'm going to focus on these Centurions so that the rest of our fleet doesn't get caught up on those. And we should be good to go there. Alright, as soon as I get control of my engines, the sooner the better, please. Omens, do your things. Save me. Alright. I am actually gonna pivot over to the monitor. No. Nah. It should be fine. I'm just gonna tell you change your target over to that. I was gonna pivot over to the monitor to gain control of the capital ships, but I don't think that's necessary. Wow. Okay. That's rough. Losing the Eagle so early on to the fight, it's really tough. Man, that's rough. That was the eagle with the ion beam as well. Yeah, that's rough. Alright. I'm gonna sneak around the back of the fleet, see if I can't get rid of these drovers and that heron back there. And then I'll probably collapse the fleet on this conquest. It's fine. I'm gonna send my omens after the manticore. I'm also gonna send you and you after the manticore. Just have you deal with that. The manticore is really annoying kinetic damage, and if I could divert that away from me, that'd be great. I said if I could divert that away from me, that'd be great. Ooh, Griffin down. Yikes. Yeah, well, it was just left out in the middle of the battlefield. Okay. I'm gonna upgrade this to eliminate order, and I'm gonna tell you go eliminate that. I'm also gonna. This manticore is so unbelievably annoying with its stupid needler on its face. Champion down. Look at this monitor being an absolute champion. We'll bring in the other brawler. That manticore, so frustratingly annoying. We'll transfer command over. Maybe I should have upgraded this to eliminate order. Yeah. I don't know. We're gonna lose a bunch of frigates doing this. Yeah, we're gonna lose a bunch of frigates dealing with that. Maybe that's okay. We lost the monitor. Yeah, that might be the end of the fight. Alright, let's go ahead and take control. Oh my, alright. Let's have both of you guys go after that. This should leave the battlefields. I'm gonna see if I can... Yeah, let's get you to escort me. I'm gonna see if I can kill this Odyssey before it groups back up with the rest of the fleet. Never mind. Never mind. I saw the squalls right as they entered the very corner of the screen. Nah, man. Yeah, it's over. Oh boy. I am gonna give this, like I said before, I am gonna give this battle another try. I really like this new fleet composition. We just lost the brawler early on. Hmm. I don't know. I'll give this another try. I'll give this another shot. But this is a very challenging battle. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it's on the longer side, but maybe that makes for a better video. Anyway, other than that, Grumpy out.